You understand that. So you understand a Rob or a Bob?
Yes.
And you understand a small man in a chair, beige chair? Not sure, but you understand the name. Okay,
The only other thing she has was my father holding
in the chair,
yeah.
and you understand that? Okay, and do you understand this chair has got something over the back of it? You know when they have those old like doily things over the back? Like quite an old-fashioned looking chair. And this would be a grandfather, this would be your dad.
That would be my dad, but Robert's my son.
Robert's your son, okay, all right. With your dad then, do you understand it's in two places, or there was something in two places? He had two things wrong with him?
No, you're talking about my son.
So is your son in spirit as well? Okay, and is he Robert then? Right, okay, right, okay. Oh, they're playing with us, aren't they? It's just so I can get to you. It's only so I can get to you. Right, and there was two things wrong with Robert, and that's what took him to spirit. He's not an old guy, though. I don't feel old. So he must have only, oh, gosh, I didn't even want to make, he didn't make 30, did he? So I just want to,
Yeah, he would have been 30 this year.
30 this year. He says, I didn't make 30, so that makes sense to you completely, you understand? All right. I feel that what I've got is a deterioration in my body as well, as I feel it in the two places. Does that make sense? Did he have something, you know, when your body, when it's like in your blood or something in your blood or something to do with bloods? Does that make sense to you?
We don't know.
You're not sure?
Death certificate, so we don't know until...
You're still waiting. Feels like it's carried in the blood, or there's something around the blood. That's how it feels. It's like I don't know what that would be. Is leukemia cancer of the blood? I'm not particularly.
We don't.
You wouldn't know. Okay, but that's how he talks about it, because he gives it all over the body, and he says it's in the two places. He's a good-looking guy. He's got quite a chiselled-looking face as I'm looking at him as well. Quite a handsome-looking man. You're biased, your mum. But he's saying that and I want to go dark hair rather than light hair, because you've got the light hair, then I want to make his hair a bit darker than yours. Would you understand that as well? Yeah, okay. I'm not a massively tall man, no, I don't feel giant of a man. I'm quite a short guy, you understand that as well. He's making me fiddle a bit here, so I do feel that I wasn't somebody that would have just stood around. I'm always doing something. I'm quite a busy person, so he was quite active when he was around on the earth as well. Will you understand that? Okay, see if you can give me something else. So, is there a connection with horses with this gentleman as well? Okay, because this is what I'm getting there as well. There's something, again with this gentleman, he talks about there being, I don't even think it's come together yet. There's a memorial, you're starting to put a memorial together. Does that make sense? He knows that you're doing it though, but it's... 5 weeks, and you're putting the memorial together for him, and he understands that as well. He's seeing that going on. So this must be so painful for you, because it's so raw. So apologies. I mean, I'm feeling your emotion, he's giving me his emotion as he comes through. And I think the hardest thing as a medium, we're sitting here, we're feeling all the love of your son, and you're not feeling it. So all I can say to you is he comes through with so much love for you, that he absolutely adores you all. You understand that. I know that his room, or I'm seeing a lot of his stuff still there everywhere. I mean, of course there would be, because he's not been gone long, but I'm seeing all of his things still out everywhere. Would that make sense to you? So nothing's been packed away, nothing's been... So who's been wearing his jacket then? Who's been wearing his jacket?
I've been wearing his jumper.
You've been wearing his jumper, but I know someone's got his clothes on, so you understand that. Okay, is it a hoodie?
Yes.
Right. All right, because I thought it was like a zippy, but you understand. So he knows...
It smells of it, but the smell is gone now.
Okay, so have that then as well. Okay. It's interesting, we had cuddly toys earlier, and I'm sure he's going to be quite embarrassed to say this, but I know... Has he got a cuddly monkey that's still here then?
He's got quite a few toys.
Okay, but I've seen them. He shows me them as well, so he knows that they're still here. He's sorry that he went so soon, because he wanted to hang on. Do you understand that? He really did try his best to hang on. This is what he's saying. With Dad, did he not get to speak to Dad, or was it difficult around Dad then? Because he's talking about not seeing Dad or being difficulties there. Would you understand what he means by that?
My son can talk.
So, and he wanted to say, but was this with Dad, not being able to...
No, he loved his dad.
Okay. So just understand it. He wanted to be able to speak to his dad, because this is what he says. I really wanted to, there's a lot he wanted to say. He wanted to say he loved him, he loved you, and he wanted to express that to you before he went, but he couldn't say any of those things. All right. I don't want to make him the most tidiest guy in the world, do you understand that? Because I see, you know, when you just look like your bedroom floor's probably got just as much on it as the rest of that's what he shows me as well, because he shows me his room, you see, he's showing me what he was like. But I don't feel I was at home, I feel I would have moved out by then. But he's just, does that make sense to you? But he's just said he was messy, all right, okay. And is it the trifle that you make that he used to like then? You understand that? It's just bringing memories in. It's an unusual thing to bring in, but it's memories, all right? Let me just see if I can give you something better, all right? You see, I know, I'm asking him about the funeral, and I go to the funeral, and it's all sort of really sort of upbeat, dancey, happy music that's being played. You understand that, and he knows that. Has somebody let something off in the air as well? Has there been balloons let off? You're just about to do that?
The home that my son's
Yeah, the home that he lived
my
at.
son's autistic.
They let all the balloons?
They let off balloons.
Okay, so you understand that as well, okay. All right. And that's interesting you say that he's autistic, because he's very similar to my son. He jumps from one conversation to the next conversation to the next conversation. So, you know, like I'm talking about this and I'm talking about the trifle, and he's just showing me what life was like in his mind as well. So he's just, he was a very intelligent young man. So autism or no autism, I feel very intelligent and very with it. I knew what was going on in life. You understand that? And I think he had a better idea of what life was about than what people put him down to know. But he hasn't got any of that now. He's saying that he's free of all of that he's free of all of the difficulties that he had when he was here on the earth, that he's able to think like spirit think, which is just free. That's how he puts it in. But he is true. I always, you know, it's interesting, I had a conversation with someone else, because the feeling that he gives me here is just what I've always believed it to be. Those with autism are really normal, and we're the ones that are abnormal, because they give so much love and they feel the love. And that's the love that I'm getting from him now, because there's just an immense amount of love for you. You've got your photo in your purse of him then, because he's telling me that that's with him now. It's in your purse. You understand that? So he knows that that's with you. Okay. The monkey, he keeps talking about the monkey. It's something that looks like a monkey. This cuddly toy that's a monkey. It's obviously one of his favourites.
It's not the one that I sleep with.
It's the one that you sleep with.
One looks like a monkey but doesn't.
But it's got sort of like a funny, it's like a bit meerkat looking, you know. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So you understand that? Because I know it's got the long sort of thinness to it, so you understand that as well. Oh, okay. So considering he's not been in the spirit for long, he's communicating very well. And of course, he's got lots of people around him. He's not on his own there. Did he love trains as well? Would you understand the trains? Because he just talks about the trains as well, and the connection there, and transport and things like that. He wants to talk about. He must have, you know, when you can, you just love anything that's moves, really, wouldn't he? I just feel that with him. Would he make the models? Would he make the models? Okay, did he have models then of trains? Would that make sense to you? Okay, all right, because that's, again, another memory that he wants to bring into you. Okay. And I've just been given Pennies from Heaven. It's a poem. Would that make sense to you?
I'll show you this one. You just carry on.
Does it, you understand the Pennies from Heaven?
I believe you just said that.
Okay. So it's very, very relevant for you, because he just wants to talk about that as well. And I know we're in August now, and obviously he passed in July, because you've already told me it was 5, but he brings July into my mind. Is there 2 anniversaries in July? Is there somebody's birthday in July as well? Okay, because I'm feeling getting that. And then there's also an anniversary passing or birthday that's also now in August as well. So you've got a lot of summer birthdays here. Is there another anniversary now? You understand that as well? Okay. And is there a Jeff? Is there a Jeff that's here as well? Would you understand the Jeff? The connection to Jeff? All right, so I might be getting my next link. So please take his love, and we all want to know what Pennies for Evan is now, don't we? You've got that on your phone, have you?
I'll do it in the break. I'll do it in the...
So what is the connection with the Pennies with Evan?
I was doodling and I just did a robin, I did a butterfly, and then I had all these little pennies coming down. I actually wrote pennies from heaven.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's lovely. It's lovely. So that's a really nice confirmation, isn't it?